Hello and good day. I am John Michael Sardan, a member of Group 2 from BSMLS 2C, and in this video, we will be demonstrating certain procedures done under the histopathology section of the clinical laboratory. In these procedures, there is a possibility that we are exposed to danger, and this includes presence of chemical substances. So, how do we prevent any risk that may happen or accidents to happen during these procedures? So, we'll be wearing our personal protective equipment. Our PPEs will keep us safe throughout the duration of the procedures that we'll be demonstrating, and this may prevent any harm inflicted to us, the technicians. So without further ado, let's put on our PPEs in 3, 2, 1. As you can see, I'm wearing my lab gown, my face mask, and a pair of sterile gloves. It is also necessary for you to wear your lab shoes in the laboratory. For girls, it is a must that you should wear your hairnets at all times. So, moving on, the procedures that we will be demonstrating in this video are the following: infiltration, embedding, floating out and fishing out of tissue sections, hematoxylin and eosin staining, and mounting. And these will be done by my groupmates.
Hello everyone, my name is Pedro College from BSMLS 2C, and I'm here to perform infiltration. But first, what is infiltration? Infiltration or impregnation is the saturation of tissue cavities and cells by a supporting substance, which is generally, but not always, the medium in which they are finally embedded. Immersion in a material such as wax infiltrates tissue. Manual infiltration is possible. Each strategy has its own set of advantages. The flexibility of reagent selection, conditions, and schedule design to provide optimal processing for small batches of tissue is the fundamental advantage of manual processing over automated process. So, before we start, wrap your specimen with a gauze and tie it up with a string. This is a typical infiltration sequence for specimens not more than 4 mm thick. Then immerse your sample into the first paraffin wax bath for 30 minutes.
1 eternity later.
And for the second paraffin wax bath for 30 minutes.
3 days later.
And for the third paraffin wax bath for 45 minutes.
12 seconds later.
Remove your tissue sample from the wax. Place them on a paper towels. Prepare your tissue for embedding.
Hello, I am Gisela Galpuga, and for today, I will be demonstrating one of the routine procedure in histopathology laboratory, and that is embedding. Embedding, also known as blocking or casting, is a process by which tissues are surrounded by infiltrating medium, which then solidified, as it provides external support during sectioning. This step is done after infiltration. But before we start our demonstration, we should make sure that we are wearing our personal protective equipment or our PPE. Make sure that you have your lab gown on, your gloves, and a mask for our safety. So without further ado, let's start our embedding procedure. After the last paraffin wax bath during infiltration, prepare your embedding molds. We should make sure that 1 mold per tissue only. Check the paraffin dispenser as well. Make sure it has enough melted paraffin wax. Remember to attend to 1 tissue sample at a time. Release the tissue first from the tissue cassette from infiltration. Then fill a mold with a small amount of paraffin wax as our base. Immediately transfer the tissue into the central portion of the mold. Then dispense again an ample amount of wax to complete our tissue block. And don't forget to observe the proper orientation of the tissue. So this is now our end product, a solid block of wax encasing a section of tissue.
Hi everyone, it's me again, Princess, and now I will be showing you on how to perform fishing out of the specimen in histopath laboratory. Let's go! First, let's prepare our specimen. Boil water up to 40 to 60 degrees Celsius. Then put the hot water on the basin. Next, coat the slides with egg white for adhesion. Then put the specimen on the hot water. Using the slides with adhesive, fish out the specimen carefully. After fishing out, label the slides. And that's it. Thanks for watching.
Hello everyone, I am Sijumisia Presto and I will be demonstrating to you the H&E staining procedure. But before we proceed, make sure that you are wearing your complete PPEs. So without further ado, let us begin. Before proceeding to the actual staining, allow the slide from the warmer to cool for at least 5 minutes. Then, we may now begin. First, immerse the slide in the saline. Note that there will be 2 changes of dipping with the same reagent. Each must be submerged for 5 minutes. Second, dip the same slide to the alcohol formol for 10 times. After that, immerse the slide in a 95% ethanol. Again, in this process, there will be 3 changes of dipping with the same reagent. Each must be submerged 10 times. Then for the 4th step, wash the slides in soapy water and remove the excess albumin or impurities using a cotton swab. Remember not to touch the tissue sections. Then after this, we can now rinse the slide with the clean water and drain the excess water on paper towels. Then for the 5th procedure, we can now stain the slide in hematoxylin for 5 to 10 minutes. Then after that, drain the excess stain and rinse it with water. For the next step, decolorize the section in acid alcohol through a 2-quick dip and rinse the slides immediately in water. And for the 7th step, immerse the slides for an average of 5 minutes in an ammonia water until the tissue will turn blue. Then, rinse it again with water. After rinsing, drain the excess water on paper towels. For step 8, stain the slide with AOCIN Y for about 1.5 to 3 minutes. Then, drain the excess stain and rinse it with water. After that, drain the excess water on paper towels. And for the step 9, dip the slides in a 95% ethanol. And again, there will be 3 changes of dipping with the same reagent. Each must be submerged 10 times. And now, we are down for the final step. Dip the slides in saline. Still, in this process, there will be 3 changes of dipping with the same reagent. Each must be submerged 10 times. After finishing all the steps, wipe the edges and the back of the slides to clean it. Note to take extra care not to touch the sections.
Hello everyone, I am Angelo Garcia and I will be the one to process your mounting of the tissues. But before that, let us wear our PPEs. This includes the gloves, the lab coats, and the face mask. And today, I will explain first the main purpose of the mounting medium. That is to physically protect our specimen. The mounting medium bonds with our specimen using the slide and the cover slip together with a clear, durable film. The medium is important for us to have a clearer image formation as it affects the specimen's rendition. We'll be performing the mounting of the tissues. First, we need these kinds of materials. We need the glass slides, the cover glass, the mountant, and our other materials. So to start, we have here our mountant. Let's take a few drops. Make sure it is enough for you to have your mountant because it will leave some air bubbles later when we try to put some cover glass slides. Now next one we have here is to put our cover slip. When you put your cover slips, make sure it fills up the whole specimen and just leave it below.